I'm Robyn, Spain, and I was with the United States Navy. To be a veteran to me just means that I was able to provide service to my country, but it just means more that I was able to do something that I really enjoyed and with people I really enjoyed. The Navy was the adventure. Get on a ship, travel around the world. My military service affected my life, completely affected my life. I did not want to have a boring career sitting behind a desk. I had graduated from college, I had a business degree, but I just knew that I didn't want to be at my age now and look back and say, why didn't I do something a little more exciting? Well, I met the man of my life in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and he and I got married. That's the kind of friendship I made. Also, I did have a lot of close friends throughout the military, just because you work in really unique environment and become close. I had very many unusual events in the military. I could go list 100. Most of them, it was usually when a sailor would do something crazy overseas, and I would have to make sure that they got back to America without being thrown in jail. One time, I was going through security with my sailors, and a sailor had a bag of drugs, prescribed drugs, which he didn't have the prescriptions for. And so we had to convince the security to let him flush it down the toilet so we could get on our plane and head home. I think I was treated much better in the military than in the civilian world if I was a grunt in the Army. You know, women may not be treated as well, and being enlisted, it's a different ballgame. I was an officer. But as a woman, I was being 5'1", you know, having a uniform on, I had an advantage, because when I walked into a meeting, they didn't look at me like I was a secretary. I automatically had my rank, and they knew I was of some sort position. But to say that I had to work harder than men, always, up until I put on commander or lieutenant colonel in the other services. Once I got the silver oak leaf on my shoulder, then I walked into a meeting and they didn't look at me twice. It was like, okay, she's made it to a certain rank, she knows what she's talking about. And I was given the opportunity to lead many people. My last tour, I was the officer in charge of Aviation Maintenance Command, and I had 300 sailors working for me, and I was able to lead them, take care of them, make sure things went in the right direction for everybody. That was the best experience, is the leadership experience. I would like people to know from my story as a veteran is just by joining the military wasn't something that I gave to my country, but it was something that I received. I benefited completely by participating in the military, and I would like all young people to know that if they just volunteer for different organizations when they get out of high school or college, like the Peace Corps or inner city services or the military, and give back to their community or their country, they will be getting a lot more back than what they gave in.